Hey everyone, Stormer here, and I present to you my epic From the Depths Helicarrier. This thing is gigantic. I don't even remember how big it is. It's somewhere around 250 blocks long. The runway is made out of all rubber, so you can actually spawn planes and helicopters on it and land them on it. The propellers, they look really nice, but they actually aren't the thing keeping the helicarrier in the air. They do add thrust to keep it in the air, but this thing is technically a blimp. The whole inside is just tons of sectioned off helium pump areas. And because of that, it sits at around 270 meters in the sky. It doesn't go up or down, but that's all just to make it hover. In the back, it has a bunch of basic jet engines that propel it forward, and then there's some steam engines inside of there that make power for those jets. And I think it gets up to around 50 meters per second going forward. That's pretty dang good. That was before the update that screwed up all the steam engine. Looks pretty crazy from the bottom side too. You have a cockpit right there, a bunch of little baby guns that you can just rain fire upon your enemies below with. There's two sets of main guns on this thing. There's the 6 on top, which protect it from aircraft and missiles and such from above. These are 225 millimeter advanced cannons. They're not the best because they are solely contained in this area right here, which when you put it that way, it's actually a pretty good gun for the size of it. But the guns on the sides, there's 6 on each side, so 12 in total. These things are absolute beast of guns. These are also 225 millimeter guns. If you go inside the ship, there's stone protecting it from EMP because the outside of the ship is made of metal. The inside's made out of light alloy for weight savings. The guns are protected by heavy armor. But this is the size of one of these guns. It is massive. And inside of here, it's just bajillions of auto loaders. Why they're wrapped in all this heavy armor is because when they had no armor, if you shot one of the guns, all the auto loaders in that one gun would explode, and then it would send shrapnel over to the neighboring gun, and then explode that gun, and then eventually all the guns would be exploded and the ship with it. So we needed all that heavy armor around every individual gun, so then if one gun goes down, only that gun is going to explode. You still have the other 11 guns. On top, there's 2 other little cockpit areas that you can go into. This is probably the biggest vehicle I have made in From the Depths, and it turned out great. Probably not practical for a campaign just because of how expensive it is, and it doesn't do a ton of damage for the price, but it's just a really cool thing, and it's one of the few aircraft that I've actually made in this game. It's just a floating fortress that you can rain fire from above and spawn vehicles off of. It's such a cool idea. That's the last project that I've been working on From the Depths. So if you like this one, share it with a friend, and if you want to stay tuned for other From the Depths episodes, hit subscribe. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.